The UK general election is expected to dominate proceedings at First Minister's questions. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon will be questioned by MSPs for the last time before the Easter recess at Holyrood. Meanwhile, Labour will campaign on tax plans, the SNP will condemn cuts on disabled people, and the Liberal Democrats will focus on businesses. Scottish Conservatives leader Ruth Davidson said her party were the only to outline details of £30 billion of cuts. Following First Minister's questions, Ms Sturgeon will prepare to face 6 other party leaders, including Prime Minister David Cameron, Labour's Ed Miliband and Lib Dem leader Nick Clegg, in a 2-hour live general election debate to be screened on ITV from 2000 hours on Thursday. The debate, which will be given extensive live coverage by other media outlets including the BBC, will also feature Green Party leader Natalie Bennett, Nigel Farage of UKIP and Plaid Cymru's Leanne Wood. Speaking ahead of the debate, Ms Sturgeon said it marked an opportunity to break out of the traditional two-party politics of Westminster and ensure real progressive voices could be heard. On Radio Scotland's Good Morning Scotland, as part of a series of interviews of the Scottish party leaders this week, Scottish Conservatives leader Ruth Davidson said her party was the only one which had outlined how cuts would be made following the election. Referring to Chancellor George Osborne's plans for £30 billion of cuts if the Conservatives are elected, Ms Davidson said £12 billion would be saved in welfare, £13 billion saved in departmental cuts and £5 billion saved from tackling tax evasion. On the issue of zero-hour contracts, Ms Davidson said most people who were on them in Scotland didn't want more work. She added, "This is what we growing up would have called casual labour." 66% of them people on zero-hour contracts said they didn't want more work, 17% of them are students. 3 weeks ago, I was doing a debate with Scottish Labour leader Jim Murphy who said he wanted to protect some zero-hour contracts, such as pensioners who supplement their pension by doing some shifts at B&Q. I think that is an excellent example of where causal contracts can work for people. Ms Davidson defended the government for managing to half the deficit it inherited, and said the Conservatives should form a minority government, if the party failed to win a majority at the election, rather than form a coalition with another party. On the SNP, she added, if the defining characteristic of a party is to break up the United Kingdom, then you don't put that party into the government of the United Kingdom. On the campaign trail today, Health Secretary Shona Robeson condemned cuts to benefits for disabled people, saying this is opposite from the progressive politics offered by the SNP. Scottish Labour leader Jim Murphy was in Clydebank to argue a Labour government and its tax plans can release £1 billion over 5 years which could go to the NHS in Scotland. Scottish Liberal Democrat leader Willie Rennie will be in Edinburgh this afternoon to highlight the work the party has done in government to help small businesses. The last FMQs before the Easter recess can be watched live from 12 p.m. at BBC Scotland's Democracy Live.